Friday is Earth Day. More on how Kent State is celebrating.
A federal judge voided the mask mandate for public transportation services. More how the ruling will affect commuters here in Kent.
The NFL draft is a few weeks away, and Kent State quarterback Dustin Crum is hoping his NFL dreams come true.
JP Morgan Chase is bringing a new and unique building to the New York City skyline. More on the shocking new skyscraper when TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good evening, Kent State and all of Portage County. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Maddy Haberberger.
And I'm Abreu. Earth Day is coming up this Friday, and Kent State has planned many green events to celebrate the holiday.
That's right. TV2's Nuried Hurtado has more on Kent State's Earth Fest event today. Hi, Nuried.
Hi, guys. That's right. April is Earth Month, and Earth Day is just around the corner. Kent State campus had many events the entire month, and today was not the exception. Earth Fest was held today on the second floor of the Student Center, and here are all the details. With Earth Day just around the corner, there are many events going on around campus.
Right, yeah, so April is Earth Month and we have a lot of activities throughout the month, but having this Earth Fest tabling event really gives people an idea. The student orgs that are on campus that care about sustainability, a lot of campus departments, both like the Office of Sustainability and also rec services, academic departments that have programs around sustainability, and then a lot of off-campus organizations as well.
Different organizations were set up around the Student Center to speak to students and community members about topics such as sustainability, climate change, and how important it is to make good choices to protect the environment.
So I'd say the number one thing you could do to live more sustainably is find the things that you love doing with the earth, if that's going to a park, if that's eating delicious food or connecting with your community. If you do those things, then it will help sustain environmental practices over the long term.
Yeah, that is, there is a quote, and I forget who said it. I wish I could give them credit, but every dollar you spend is a vote towards the world you want to live in. So being aware of there's 7 billion people on the planet now, so it takes every choice that we all make to make a difference. So I think we all need to be aware from the time we wake up until we go to bed, and little choices and big choices all across the scale are the only thing that are going to make a difference, I think.
The goal of this event being to inspire tomorrow's leaders.
Well, because it helps the animals in the environment and it helps the world become a better place.
There are many events coming up throughout the rest of the month.
So we have parks here. We have Brewer Garrett, which helps Kent State with a lot of our energy efficiency projects. So just giving people a lot of ideas about ways sustainability touches campus and touches their lives.
Earth Day is this Friday, and the Office of Sustainability will keep having events during the rest of the month. Reporting for TV2, I'm Nuried Hurtado. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Nuried. Kent State Honors College student Mallory Woods was recently awarded the prestigious Fulbright English Teaching Award. Woods is completing a major in translation with a concentration in Spanish and minors in economics and Italian studies. Through the Fulbright grant, Woods will work as an English teaching assistant in Ecuador from September 2022 through June 2023. Kent State English professor Tammy Kluel will give an inaugural lecture for the Jerry M. Lewis May 4th lecture series. Her presentation is titled Remembering the Contested May 4th Memorializing Process and will be held with a luncheon at 11:30 a.m. on May 2nd. Kluel also put together an exhibit coinciding with her presentation, which will open on the May 4th Visitor Center on April 28th.
Controversial House Bill 616, known as the Don't Say Gay Bill, seeks to prohibit discussion of sex and gender-related topics in elementary schools.
TV2's Diversity Ambassador Raygene English spoke with representatives from the Kent State's LGBTQ+ Center to learn more about the bill's potential effects.
Thank you, guys. Yes, I talked with the director of the LGBTQ+ Center, Ken Ditlevson, and the director of outreach programs, Andrew Snyder, about the Florida Don't Say Gay Bill and in conjunction the Ohio House Bill 616.
Newly introduced House Bill 616 has many Ohioans feeling worried, including Ken Ditlevson and Andrew Snyder.
House Bill 616 is something that a lot of people in Ohio are concerned about. not just LGBTQ plus folks, but educators, people that are passionate or in the works with diversity.
This bill here in Ohio is not just about the queer community. It also encompasses race. It verbatim calls out critical race theory, intersectional theory, and others. It's not just don't say gay, it's don't say gay and more.
The bill sparked concern because of its similarity to the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida.
It's time, right? It's time to share these things on social media. It's time to take your stance on it and make sure that people know just how harmful it can be. You know, this particular bill, when you compare it to the bill in Florida, the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida, is actually even more damaging because its language is more expansive. It's more broad, it's more general.
This is not just an issue for gay, lesbian, trans people. This is an issue that's going to affect everyone, including students of color and other marginalized communities.
The lengthy bill would ban the teaching of gender identity and sexual orientation for kids in 3rd grade or younger. For students in grades 4th through 12, the instruction would be barred that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. The proposed legislation would also prevent schools from teaching inherently racist concepts specified by the bill, which includes critical race theory, intersectional theory, the 1619 Project, diversity, equity, and inclusion learning outcomes, and inherited racial guilt. Both parties have been extremely vocal in the matter by sending postcards daily in support.
But I did send, like I said, I felt so honored to send the first one, and I put in there, this is the first of many postcards that you're about to receive. And the whole point of this is for you to start to understand where we're coming from. Because, you know, if you can't understand, then you can't have compassion for a community.
Statements that I personally have been sending in are postcards to the governor and Florida, just speaking personally about my feelings about how this is feeding into discrimination and how truly the governor will have blood on his hands because of this bill being signed into action.
The hope is that the postcards and people's voices banding together will help deter from the bill being passed here in Ohio and possibly overturn the rule in Florida.
If we could work together, we can get so much more accomplished. Not just in the LGBT community, but also looking at, you know, our communities of color.
The biggest takeaway is we've got to collectively come together and you know, have our voices heard.
Reporting for TV2 News, I am Raygene English.
As more developments continue to come in regards to the Ohio House Bill 616, stay tuned to TV2 News. Reporting from Franklin Hall, I'm Raygene English.
Hello, Portage County. I'm Della Fowler. Oh my goodness, what even is happening outside right now? The snow in April? It's Ohio. What else could it be? So right now we have it 39. It's a little rain, a little snow. Mother Nature can't decide quite yet what she wants to do, but 39 feels like 31 because it's a little chillier because of that wind, 13 miles per hour. That's the highest we've seen it in a couple of weeks. Visibility's good, dew point's good, humidity is given because it's raining / snowing outside. So we'll zoom out now to our Northeast Ohio regions, of course, for tonight if you plan on going out. We're all pretty close together in these lower 40s. Kent is sitting pretty at 39, being a little different actually, but with this snow and rain comes these cooler temperatures. But we'll check out next week what's happening there. But for now, we'll zoom out to our all of Ohio map right now. Dayton at 49, Columbus at 47, Lima at 45, Athens at 45, Cincinnati at 51, Akron 41, and Steubenville 42. All these upper mid 40s, Cincinnati's sitting by themselves at 51. But like I said, that's what we have for now, but the sun will come out tomorrow. I can not guarantee it, but I can hope for it with you. So we'll see that a little bit later in the show.
Thank you, Della. Streetsboro police are seeking the public's help in identifying the driver of a vehicle that left the scene of a crash on Route 14 at Shady Lake Drive Saturday morning. Officials say the dark green Buick Terraza minivan was eastbound on Route 14 and made the turn onto Shady Lake and into the path of a westbound vehicle. The 17-year-old girl behind the wheel of the westbound vehicle was uninjured. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Streetsboro Police Department.
A 21-year-old woman caught in the crossfire of a gunfight in Akron last week died from her injuries yesterday. The Summit County Medical Examiner said there is an autopsy planned. Akron police say the gunfire broke out in the Kenmore neighborhood on April 14th when the woman was in her car and got hit in the back of the head. Another 19-year-old woman was shot as well, but her injuries are non-life-threatening.
Mill Creek Metro Park's new bike trail expansion in Youngstown is now being put on hold. A state appeals court ruled against the park's attempt to use eminent domain to take private property to construct the trail, which would run along an old railroad from Western Reserve Road in Youngstown south to Latonia. The Board of Park Commissioners will meet with its legal counsel in the coming month to decide its next steps. New details emerged in the shooting that left 2 dead in Pittsburgh this past weekend. More on the police activity the night of the incident.
Snow today, spring tomorrow. We're breaking down those wild temperatures in Ohio coming up.
This is Portage County's TV2, broadcasting from the campus of Kent State University. Streaming online at kentwired.com.
Back. There is new guidance this week from transit organizations regarding mask requirements in public transport.
That's right, Chris. A federal judge in Florida struck down the mask requirement on airplanes, trains, buses, and other public transportation yesterday, less than a week after the CDC extended the mandate. The ruling leaves individual transit agencies to decide whether passengers must wear masks. All 4 of the nation's largest airlines and the Amtrak rail system have since dropped their requirements for domestic travel. Yesterday's court ruling also impacts transportation right here in Kent. Masks are no longer required on PARTA buses or in PARTA transportation facilities. The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, governs mask requirements on public transportation. The CDC continues to recommend that people wear masks in indoor public transportation settings, regardless of vaccination status.
New details emerged in a recent Pittsburgh shooting, saying police were there just 90 minutes before shots were fired. In the city's north side, more than 200 people were gathered in an Airbnb for a party. Neighbors staying in the unit called the police, who showed up to the noise complaint at about 11 p.m. But some witnesses say they did not make much of an effort to shut the party down. Just an hour and a half later, police say there were 50 shots fired at the same scene after they left. 2 17-year-olds died in the incident. Authorities announced a second arrest in connection with the shooting over the weekend in one of South Carolina's busiest shopping malls, which left 9 people shot and 6 others injured in a panic. 20-year-old Marquise Love Robinson was taken into custody last night, and police are currently seeking a third suspect, Amari Sincere Jamal Smith. Both are facing charges of attempted murder and 9 counts of aggravated assault and battery.
An act of violence which altered the history of this city, this state, and our nation forever.
Today marks 27 years since the deadliest act of domestic terrorism in U.S. history. The bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in downtown Oklahoma City killed 168 people in 1995. Today, city, state, and international leaders and the families and friends of victims gathered to honor those lost at the memorial site. And Russia launched a long-anticipated offensive attack in eastern Ukraine today, an assault Ukrainian officials are calling the Battle of Donbas. Thousands of Russian troops backed by artillery and rocket barrages are advancing on the city. The attack is prompting more Western countries to pledge arms and money to the Kyiv government. Putin continues to focus military efforts on eastern Ukraine. Many expect this offensive to be better equipped and organized than more previous phases of the war. The fact that it is this late into April and we saw flakes the size of nickels flying, Chris and I were very frustrated.
Yeah, I was very upset, but I'm hoping you have some good news for us in the coming week.
Yes, we luckily do have good news. The sun will come out tomorrow, Portage County. Hopefully that is. What a week in Northeast Ohio it was. I'm sure all of you saw how our week started on a chilly note. But the good news is the warmth is on the horizon. We will heat up towards the mid-60s as we go later in the week. But we will have some rain come along with it. However, this rain will be so worth it for the sunny weekend we have coming up. Possibilities of even hitting the 80s. So beautiful. So we'll take it first to our weather coming up tomorrow. What a great day it's going to be. The Guardians game got canceled tonight, so it's a beautiful doubleheader tomorrow if any of you guys are going out. 29 in the morning, really clear. Sunny, 46 at noon. 56, partly cloudy around 6 p.m. A great looking sunset, I'm sure, will be on the horizon with that as well. So tomorrow, bring a light jacket and a raincoat maybe wherever you're going. And then, of course, with our 7-day forecast as well, crazy, crazy week. Mostly sunny Wednesday, 70% chance of rain on Thursday, showers on Friday, but only in the evening, morning showers, and then sunny on Saturday, which will be great because it will also be warm. Take a look at those highs and lows. Lows of 58 and 61, I would call that quite a win. Sunny, sunny, sunny on Sunday, and then evening thunderstorms Monday night, and 36% chance of rain on Tuesday. But those temperatures are still looking a lot warmer, so we don't have to worry about them turning into snow. Now, rain or snow, we don't know, but we can look at our forecast right now, checking out what we have coming up. So as we can see, we're going to have tonight a little bit of rain or snow depending on how low those temperatures drop. They're moving up. We have a little system moving past and towards us, but it shouldn't be too bad. So just stay careful on those roads, but rain or snow, we don't know. That's it for tonight's weathercast. I'm Della Fowler. Remember to hang up your coat and soak up the sun tomorrow, Portage County.
Thanks, Della. Most of Columbus's largest private employers are staying quiet about Ohio House Bill 616, which would place restrictions on the discussion of race, gender, and sexuality-related topics in K-12 schools. Out of the 25 companies with the most full-time employees in the area, 7 condemned the bill, 2 declined to comment, and the rest did not respond. Proponents of the bill say it gives parents more of a voice in the classroom, and critics say it is a bigoted legislation that will hurt LGBTQ+ students and students of color.
Shawnee State University in Southern Ohio has agreed to pay a professor $400,000 after disciplining him for refusing to use a transgender student's pronouns. The settlement means the philosophy professor Nicholas Merriweather will not be required to use certain pronouns regardless of a student's request. The university is calling the settlement a, quote, economic decision and maintains that it never violated his First Amendment rights.
Teachers from right here in Ohio are receiving national recognition. Oberlin High School history teacher Kurt Russell has been awarded the 2022 National Teacher of the Year by the Nonprofit Council of Chief State School Officers. His students say Mr. Russell is known for emphasizing cultural relevance and representation in his classes. As the winner of the award, Russell will get to meet with First Lady Jill Biden in the White House. He says he will try to communicate the importance of diverse hiring in schools.
The Kent State lacrosse team was honored today, and we will have more around the world of sports when TV2 News returns.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color-coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars.
Wow.
But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Thanks for sticking with us. The countdown is on for the NFL Draft in Las Vegas.
That's right. Following a historic career as a Golden Flash, MAC Player of the Year Dustin Crum is hoping to continue his career at the next level.
The Grafton, Ohio native is hoping to hear his name called at the NFL Draft. He got some attention at the NFL Combine earlier this year following a successful performance.
Mock drafts have Crum going anywhere from a late 6th or 7th round pick to an undrafted free agent. Crum told WKYC's Nick Camino he's open to any opportunity in the NFL.
Now, as a Pittsburgher, I'm a Steelers fan, and our team is potentially on the hunt for a QB, so I wouldn't be against seeing Dustin Crum in black and gold.
Jack joins us now. I want to hear where you think Crum will go.
And that's right, guys. I think Crum will get drafted in the 6th or 7th round, and I could see a quarterback-needy team, maybe like the Carolina Panthers, picking him up potentially. And as Dustin Crum hopes for an exciting announcement at the NFL Draft in a couple of weeks, we start today with an exciting announcement from the MAC as they announce their Women's Lacrosse Players of the Week. Kent State sophomore goalie Taylor Monturo was named the Mid-American Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Monturo had 16 saves in Saturday's game against Central Michigan, and Monturo was one save away from her career high in saves and had a .533 save percentage. She is the first Kent State player honored with the weekly award this season. Next up for the Flashes and Taylor Monturo is their postseason push against Youngstown State and Detroit Mercy the next 2 Saturdays. And if you walked outside today, you probably noticed snow on the ground, and that snow caused today's Kent State softball game versus Ohio to be postponed. The Flashes will host a doubleheader tomorrow from the Diamond at Dix, with first pitch times estimated for 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. The Flashes are coming off their second MAC Series win over the weekend versus Northern Illinois, and will look to carry that momentum into tomorrow's 2 games. And one of the most exciting teams of the young MLB season has been the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Buccos came into last night's game 5-4, and they were looking to win their 3rd game in a row. Could they continue the momentum against the Milwaukee Brewers? And here we go, Milwaukee. Pirates and Brewers picking things up. Zach Thompson, wild pitch there, and the Brewers are going to score as Colton Wong scores to make it 1-0 Brewers. But here come the Pirates as Diego Castillo, he hits that one deep to right, and it is out of here. Castillo's first career home run ties the game at 1, but the Brewers were not done scoring as Colton Wong is going to line that one to center. It will be caught, but the runner at 3rd will tag. It's going to be a close play at home, but he is safe. The Brewers take a 2-1 lead. And here comes Christian Yelich. He tattoos one to right, and that ball is long gone. Yelich's first home run of the season is a grand slam, and it breaks this game open. It's 6-1 Brewers after that one. Last chance for the Pirates in the 9th. Ke'Bryan Hayes hits it deep to center, but it's getting tracked by Lorenzo Cain, and he catches it at the warning track as the Brewers win this one 6-1, and they end the Pirates' winning streak. And today's Cleveland Guardians game against the Chicago White Sox has been postponed. But the good news is they'll play 2 games tomorrow. The Guardians will play a traditional doubleheader tomorrow with first pitch for Game 1 set for 2:10 p.m. The probable starters for Cleveland are Shane Bieber and Tristan McKenzie. And as if 2 baseball games couldn't get any more exciting, TV2 Sports will be at Progressive Field providing up-to-the-minute updates of both games. So be sure to follow us at TV2 KSU Sports for a report on tomorrow's Cleveland Guardians games. Now, I don't know about you guys, but baseball is my favorite sport, and with the baseball season starting, it's starting to feel a lot more like spring. Are you guys going to go to any Guardians or Pirates games this season?
I love personally to go to Pirates games because it's super cheap, because the Pirates are usually not that good. They've been having a good season, but I love stadium food, so you'll probably catch me at a game or 2.
It's hard being a Pirates fan, but honestly, going to the games has always been a good time.
Yeah.
So.
How about you? You're
I
going tomorrow.
I love going to baseball games, and that does it for tonight's sports report. I've been Jack Berney. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at TV2KSU Sports for updates on all things Kent State athletics and updates on tomorrow's Cleveland Guardians games. Stay classy, Portage County.
A new electric building will join New York City's skyline. Say what? More on the historic skyscraper when TV2 returns.
The Agenda, Thursday nights at 9 at kentwired.com. Also check out our YouTube at youtube.com/theagendatv2.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is TV2 News, truly Portage County.
Welcome back. Oh baby, Liam and Olivia continue their reign as the most popular baby names in Ohio. Olivia has been the popularity champ for 2 years, and Liam has held the title for 8 years running. In 2020, about 607 boys born in the Buckeye State were named Liam, while about 565 girls were named Olivia. Rounding out the top 5 boy names are Oliver, Noah, Elijah, and William, and girls are Charlotte, Amelia, Ava, and Emma.
A trio of business owners are planning to open the West Bank Golf Club in Cleveland's Flats this month. The bar will include golf simulators, and the date for opening is currently April 29th. The 3 owners all went to Baldwin Wallace University together and started forging ahead on their idea over a year ago. They say they could not be more excited to see their vision finally coming into reality.
Something shocking is on its way to New York City, an all-electric building. JP Morgan Chase announced its new global headquarters located on Park Avenue will be fully powered by renewable energy. Officials say the tower will have net zero operational emissions, partly by using power that comes from a state hydroelectric plant.
Other green features include triple glazed windows and systems that store and reuse water, which should reduce consumption by around 40%. There will also be air filtration systems, indoor greenery, and touchless technology. The nearly 60-story skyscraper is scheduled to be completed by 2025.
It's beautiful. I was just in New York City last week. That's why I wasn't here. It was so beautiful. So I'm very excited to see another addition to the skyline.
I might be planning a New York trip this summer.
And I will be going with you. Do you want to go visit that new golf thing, that golf simulator game?
Well, that's in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's close enough. In the meantime.
On the way, I guess.
Yeah, the opposite direction. I'm a horrible golfer. I love mini golf, though. That's probably more my jam.
I am absolutely tragic at golf to the point where I have missed the ball, like on drives.
Like whiffed it?
Yeah, completely and utterly missed. Keep the eye on the ball, they say, but I never
don't think
did.
I'm that bad. I guess we'll have to find out. We have a great opportunity to, huh? Let's go. Well, that is all we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday with us.
To stay up to date when TV2 is off the air, visit kentwired.com and connect with us on socials at KentWired. I'm Chris Abreu.
And I'm Maddy Haberberger. Have a great night, Portage County. We'll see you next Tuesday.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
To Maddy, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.